Welcome to the Pronunciation Pro webinar. Thank you all for coming today. I'm really glad to have you. So today we're going to do a kind of practice with me session, a Q&A session for our Pronunciation Pro students. We do this every 2 weeks. And as you're going through the Pronunciation Pro course, the video course online, you might have questions. You might not be sure if you're saying certain sounds correctly, or you want to kind of see what other questions other students are having and kind of learn that way. So this is a great time for that. I do have some students who have emailed me questions beforehand, so I've prepared to work with them during this time, but there's always definitely time for everybody's questions. So that questions box on the control panel there, you'll want to get comfortable with that so that you can write down your questions as you think of them and as you're interested and as you think of them, and as we go through, I just go down the list and we go through those questions. All right, so something that I've been thinking about lately, just as an introduction here, this sign kind of goes with it. It says, make time for what matters. And I think that through our lives, our very busy lives, and many of you are very busy working professionals, you have careers, you have family, you have a lot going on. And with such a busy paced world, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things saying, hey, I need your attention, or I need your, really being in front of you, getting in front of you and wanting your attention. So how do you prioritize? How do you really spend the time on things that are going to be the best for you or give you the results you're really looking for? So I want you to really think about that right now and today, about, what matters to you? What is really important to you? And are you making time for that? So as it relates to pronunciation and this English training course, it's easy to have other things, other more urgent things maybe, that are demanding your attention, kind of get in the way of things that will help you towards your more long-range goals. Maybe you're really wanting a better job, or you're wanting a promotion, or you're really needing some of these advancements in your career, but you know that your English is limiting you in that. And I want to make sure that you're working towards that goal of improving your English, your spoken English, so that you can reach that goal that really matters to you. Now, I do have some students that will email me occasionally and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm behind in the course because my father has been sick, or, someone has passed away or something. Now, that matters. That's important. That's more important at the time than English pronunciation. So I realize that there are some things that come before working on your English, but I want to make sure that you're not putting other things in front that are not going to be as important to you or don't matter as much to you, but are screaming for your attention. Okay, so think about that a little bit. Think about how you can prioritize so that you can really make sure you're making time for practicing your English, so that you can achieve really what matters to you when it comes to your career and your life. All right. Okay, so let's do a little, for those who are new to the program, I do see some new names. So welcome. My name is Annie Rudin. You see a lot of me in the videos and everything, so I didn't put a picture of me, but these are my 3 little boys. And actually, I do have a fun announcement. We are going to add another boy to our family in November. So I'm expecting another boy, which is really fun. We get to have 4 boys now. So we're really excited about that. These boys, I think they were all looking forward to having a little girl, but, and I might have a little bit, but we are really excited. And because these boys are so great, I'm excited to have another one. So that's kind of the personal side, but professionally, I've been working with accent reduction and English pronunciation training ever since my oldest was, gosh, a baby. I started specializing in accent reduction. And so he's almost 8 now. And we have, I've absolutely loved it, worked with hundreds and hundreds of students through this program, and have seen what a dramatic effect it can have. And what's great about it is you develop skills, and you develop, you develop those English language skills, but then you also develop such confidence in yourself. And that's what I love so much, is the confidence and overcoming fear. I think fear is such a can really limit you, because you're afraid that you'll make a mistake, or you're afraid they won't understand you, or, there's some of these fears that kind of come up. And what I love is when my students say, I'm not afraid to speak up, I'm not afraid to talk anymore, and I feel confident being able to express my expertise. So that's really what we're going for, is to be clear, to be confident, and to be able to work towards those goals. All right, so this is our team here at Pronunciation Pro. Giuliani helps us with a lot of our emails and account issues, and Andrea helps our Plus and Premier students and works with them through the recordings or the live training. So she's doing a great job, and we're seeing a lot of success with our students through that. Okay, so I wanted to, besides my announcement of having another baby, we do have another announcement as far as Pronunciation Pro goes, and that's the Pronunciation Pro referral program. You might have already kind of seen it, that tab up above as you log in that says referral program, but I wanted to explain a little bit about what the referral program is and how to access it. Okay, so the referral program, basically what that is that over the years I've had students go through the program and say, hey, I really want to promote your program. I want to spread the word about it. Do you have any kind of a referral program or some kind of incentive to kind of do that? And one email that really stuck out to me was someone was saying, I'm out of work right now. I really am good at online marketing. And I'm working on my English so I can get a better job. But in the meantime, I'm interested in being able to promote your program and make some money through that. And that really got me thinking, because I was thinking, oh, if this can really help somebody else make some money who maybe is out of work or needs some extra income, then I would love that help. I would love to be able to help in that way. And that helps me as well, because we can get more people in the program. So this is the commission structure for it. So, and I'll explain how to kind of get into it. But the commission structure is that for everybody who signs up that you refer, for a basic monthly membership, it's $20. A basic yearly, it's $40. Plus package, $60. Premier package, $160. Okay. And then, so all these payments are one-time payments, and the commission is paid at the end of each month, and it's after that 14-day refund has passed. So like you all know, there's 14 days, you get a money back. We have a money back guarantee so that you can, so if someone joins the program, decides it's not for them, then we give a full refund. Okay. And if it's done in 3 time payment, then you'll be paid after the 3rd payment has been completed. Okay, so let me just show you a little bit how to kind of get involved in that. When you log into your account, you'll see at the very top, you'll see a referral program. So when you click on that, and actually, even if you're not a member of Pronunciation Pro, or you know somebody that is out of work and could use some extra income, they don't necessarily need to be a part of the Pronunciation Pro course. They can go to this link right here and sign up to be a referral partner. And so you can go to that link, and when you go there, you'll fill in your first name, last name, email, submit. You'll get an email that gives you instructions on how the program works. And then, actually, I'm going to kind of go out of this. Let me show you what it looks like. So when you're in in your Pronunciation Pro account and you go to referral program and you've signed up already, and some of you are automatically signed up, just we kind of work that into just your sign up when you sign up for a program. You'll see some instructions, and the important thing is right here, this link that's on your account, so it's all unique to your account. But you'll have a unique link that when you send that link to someone and they click on that link, it connects back to you. Okay, so we have really easy ways to share. You can do email, Facebook, Twitter, blog. We have banners and links and everything that you can use, but just make sure it has your specific referral link on it so that you get credit for it. Okay, and then down here in the referral center, you'll be able to see and keep track of how you're doing. If you're making any money, it'll all kind of show up here. Okay, so for any of you who are interested, definitely don't need to if you're not interested. But I've had enough requests so far that I figured we need to put something in place so that you guys can really have a chance to spread the word and help us kind of get the word out about it and kind of work together. So that's it for the referral program. Okay, so we're going to jump into, does anybody have any questions? If anybody has any questions about that, go ahead and jump into the questions box. We answer questions along the way. If you have any questions about anything that we're going over, just definitely write in and I'll be watching those questions. Okay, so let's jump into some of the questions that I've been emailed. So one of the most common questions I get is, how do I know whether the TH sound should be voiced or voiceless? Okay, so in week 2, you go over the TH sound, you go over voiced, you go over voiceless. How are you supposed to know? And I'm actually putting together a separate video to be included in the week 2 lesson. Right now, I'm trying to find all of the exceptions to the rules because there are quite a few exceptions. So I want to make sure that we have worksheets with the exceptions. But here are the general rules for these. Okay, let's start with the TH voiceless sound. Okay, so the voiceless TH sound, that's the air, kind of airflow comes through, your voice is off. You're going to find this voiceless TH sound at the beginning of most content words. So content words are nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay, think, thought, thick, thumbs are some examples of that. Okay, so content words, really, those noun, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. So think of that voiceless TH at the beginning of those. Now the voiceless TH in the middle of words, here, hold on, is going to happen before a consonant. Okay, voiceless TH sound before a consonant. All right, so we have, for example, bathtub. So we have the TH and then the consonant T there. So we're going to get a voiceless sound there. Truthful, toothpick. Okay, so these are general rules. There are exceptions. I'm putting together a list of exceptions to include in the bonus lessons. But that's kind of that voiceless TH in the middle of the words, before a consonant. And then most words that end in TH are going to be voiceless. Okay, the exception is the word with, which actually is not really an exception because some people say it with a voiceless sound, some people say it with a voiced sound or voiced TH. I usually say it with a voiceless sound, and Andrea and I were actually kind of having a little debate over this, whether it should be voiced or voiceless, and we looked it up. And officially it's supposed to be voiced, but I hear it voiceless a lot. So it's kind of one of those in between, it's kind of, can be both. Okay, so those are the rules for the voiceless TH sound. Okay, so let's go ahead into the voiced TH sound. This is it has that vibration, makes your mouth kind of tingly. So let's look at the rules for that. All right, voiced TH sound is going to be at the beginning of function words. So function words, they don't denote any specific thing or action. So examples of this are this, that, these, those, then, than, they, them, their, therefore. All right, doesn't denote any specific action. It's not like those content words. It's, you know, these function words. These words are the most common in the English language because we feel there's a lot of these function words throughout the English language. So you're going to get a lot of this voiced TH sound. Okay, the next one is in the middle of words. So between, are you guys not seeing, I don't think you're seeing my, oh, okay. Sorry, you guys weren't seeing my PowerPoint. I realized that I was still showing my other. So let me just kind of review real quick so you can see it in writing. So voiceless TH sound, beginning of content words, nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Okay, think, thank, thought, thick, thumbs. So you guys are seeing the PowerPoint. Yes, sorry, Michael. Yeah, much better. Okay, so beginning of content words. So think, thank, thought, thick, thumbs. The next one is middle of words. So we're back to the voiceless now, since you guys aren't seeing my PowerPoint. Before consonant, okay, so bathtub, we have that consonant T right after the TH sound, so that's going to be voiceless. Bathtub, truthful, toothpick. All right, at the end of words, so voiceless TH at the end of words almost always, even sometimes with, kind of hard for me to even voice it. Okay, so that's our voiceless TH sound. Now let's go into voiced TH sound. So again, beginning of function words, they don't denote any specific thing, this, that, these, those, then, all of these kind of function words are going to be voiced. All right, voiced TH sound is also going to be in the middle of words between two vowels. So there's a lot of different examples of this. So actually C through E is going to give examples of this. So in the middle of words between two vowels. So think of that as going to be voiced. So an example is when we have the TH and ER, like mother. See, mother, we have the O and the R vowel, the ER. So I say ER, but it could be worthy. OR is kind of pronounced as ER. So worthy, we've kind of got that R vowel and the Y. R vowel and dark L are going to kind of fall into that vowel category in this rule. Okay? So mother, brother, sister, daughter, you know, these are all, oh, sorry, not daughter, doesn't have that TH. Mother, brother, father, mother, I think I said that many times. All right, and then the next one is going to be when you have a verb plus an E. So that's a pretty big indication it's going to be voiced, is when you have the TH sound, or the TH and then an E at the end. That's always going to be a voiced sound. Okay? And then the other example is going to be, and these, again, these are between two vowels. So there's the A and the E, two vowels. And then the other one is going to be when there's the TH and the ING. So something like tithing, bathing, loathing, you know, all of those are going to be that voiced TH sound. Okay, so kind of wrap your head around that. Those are the rules that gauge. And again, it's always that 80-20 rule. 80% of English is going to follow this rules, but there's going to be that 20% that kind of are exceptions to the rules. And that's what I'm digging through right now, is to make sure that I can get you those exceptions. Okay, but the very most important part of producing the TH sound correctly is getting your mouth in position. Make sure your tongue is there, right between your two front teeth. You don't have to stick out your tongue very far. It can be just barely peeking out, but it has to be behind the. right behind those teeth. Can't be up, can't be down. If it's up, it sounds like a T or a D. If it's down, it sounds like an S or a Z. Okay? All right, I hope that helps. Okay, so let's get on to, so Abnazar and Shanshan both are struggling with the R vowel. So we're going to spend quite a bit of time here with the R vowel. And I'm going to work with them and also open it up for all of you so that we can, so if any of you are needing to work on that R vowel or even R in general, that we can get you some help on that. Okay? All right, first, Abnazar. Are you there, Abnazar?
Hello.
Sir?
You hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
How are you? Good. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, so you're wanting to
Good.
work on that R sound, huh?
Correct.
Okay, and it sounds like it's, you had mentioned in your email that it's mostly the Vocalic R.
Yeah, that's the one that I have a trouble a little bit with. When I see the other R, the initial and the medial are a little bit fine, but the ones that I have concern with are the vocalic R.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So let me just hear kind of the R. You read these words, and then we'll go medial R, kind of that R vowel, and final R vowel, because sometimes that affects it. All right, so say this
Okay.
initial R for me.
Red.
Okay, R blend.
Great.
Okay, excellent. So let's go. So those are sounding great. I'm hearing that R kind of pulled back there. It's got that nice, strong quality about it. It's not loose, not too hard. Okay, let's go through the medial.
Okay. Work. Learn. First. Girl. World.
Okay, so it's sounding like that ER, the and actually I'm going to go into, let me actually go into, and once I kind of pull it up here, I'm going to open up for you. I'm going to go through that R-VOWELS graph where it breaks it down to like ER, OR, AR, those sounds. And kind of identify if there's, because really sometimes it's not the OR sound or it's not the AR sound, it's like the ER sound and nothing else. So we want to make sure that you're not just having to practice every sound if every sound is not the problem. Okay, so let me actually turn here. So are you seeing the workbook here with the graph?
Not yet.
Not quite yet. Okay, what about the rest of you? Are you seeing the, oh, here we go. How about that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's go through this R chart. And if there's anybody else that's thinking, oh, I really am struggling with the R vowel, and Shanshan, I'm going to work with you too, then raise your hand and I'll have you go through the chart as well. Okay, so let's go through. I think ER is probably one of those ones that we're going to need to work on. Let me just hear AR, hear some of these others. So let's do, well, I'm going to have you go across the whole front line. So her, hard, hair, horse, here.
Can I start?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Her, hard, hair, horse, here.
Okay, do this one for me. Hard, and open it up a little bit for the R. R.
R.
So start with your tongue down.
Hard.
R.
R.
Okay, good. Hard.
Hard.
Okay, and then do start.
Start.
There you go, good. Car.
Hard.
So do the next one. Car.
Har.
And get that K. K. So it's going to kind of come up for the K sound, and then it's going to go down. Your tongue's going to go down for the ah, and then back up for the Car.
Car.
Perfect. Yep. Good. Farm.
Farm.
Okay. Art.
Art.
Okay. Okay, let's do her.
Her.
Okay, how about were?
Were.
Okay. Picture.
Picture.
Good. Okay, so that one was looser. So say this for me. Picture frame.
Picture frame.
Yeah, see, I like that. I think it sounds really good. Picture frame. So work hard.
Work hard. Oh, let me say that one more time. Work hard.
There you go. So you're getting that. So that AR sound, you want to really dip your tongue down and then before you bring it up, because otherwise it's going to kind of sound too cramped up, because you got to get hard. So work hard.
Work hard.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's do term.
Tom.
So let's see. Term. So kind of pull that back. Term.
Tom.
Okay, then do first.
First.
Yeah, so I like that. Learn.
Learn.
Yep. Mother.
Mother.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so you're doing actually really well with that, with the R vowels, and the other R's I'm hearing are really good. So let me just hear you read the practice paragraph right here. And let me just hear it all together, because sometimes in just one word, it's kind of hard to get, but when you're kind of flowing from one word to the next, it's easier.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start.
Okay, perfect.
I hope the car will start in this cold weather. I've been 34 times now in 2 weeks. I really have to be at work on time, especially today. My boss is starting standard evaluation of all employees. I'm nervous that my boss will think I am a bad worker and fire me. This Thursday, my neighbor Mark will look at the car. I hope he can repair it so I don't have to keep being tardy to work.
Okay, so it's kind of interesting because some of them are just absolutely perfect. Some of them you might be pulling a little too much, and then some of them are a little bit loose. So like starting standard evaluation. Say that for me. Starting standard evaluations.
Starting standard evaluations.
Okay, so that second one, standard, you didn't quite pull it back. Standard evaluations.
Standard evaluations.
Okay, so do this for me. DIRD.
So you want me to pull the tank back?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be too...
For the standard?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So when you just said that, you weren't trying, you just said for standard. That was exactly it. Because I think on some of them, you're just maybe focusing on it too much. And, and it gets to be a little bit more forced. But if you just loosen it up a little bit, it'll be good. Okay, so my boss is starting standard evaluations. Say that for me. Oops. Uh-oh, missed you. Okay, so I'm going to keep you unmuted, Abnisar. And so if you're able to get the connection back, then let me know. Okay, Shan, let's jump into working with you. Shan, you there?
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, it's great to have you. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over And actually, I'm going to jump into my PowerPoint here. Can you see that slide with the initial, medial, and final?
Yes.
Okay, so let me hear that initial R from you. So just as a, so Shanshan, you're working with Andrea, right, through the Plus package?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit harder to correct the R vowel through just a recording. So I was really happy. I told Andrea, I said, if anybody is having any hard time kind of working on any specific sound through the recordings, have them come to the webinar. So I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that. Okay, so do this initial R word for me.
Okay. Red.
How about this one?
Great.
Okay. So, and as I was listening to your recording, those sounded really good to me. Those initial R's, the R blends, sounded really good. So now here are actually specific words that you said in your recording that I was thinking, okay, those are some words for us to work on. So let's do medial first. So let's do work.
Walk.
Okay, so we're going to get it a little bit stronger. So work.
Walk.
Okay, so we're going to think of that same R as red, or great work. So how about say great work?
Great work.
Okay, better. Do that again. Great work.
Great.
Do it one more time. Sorry, the audio cut.
Great work.
Much better. Okay, then do learn.
Learn.
Okay, and pull that a little bit further. Kind of pull the R back. Learn.
Learn.
Okay, do great learn.
Great learn.
Okay, first.
First.
Okay, pull that R. Fur. Fur.
First.
So what I'm hearing is kind of a relaxed tongue there, and I want that tongue to get pulled back. So let's think. So do red. Red. Say that for me. Red.
Red.
So red. Do it one more time.
Red.
First red.
Red.
First red.
I'm sorry. What's the second one?
Sorry. First red. So I'm kind of, when you do an R next to R that you can say next to an R that's kind of difficult, sometimes it kind of helps train your tongue to get in the right position. So first red.
First red.
Do it again.
First red.
Okay, so getting closer. You want to keep kind of that same position. So when you say red, kind of pay attention to where your tongue is. Red. Red.
First red.
Okay, so then let's do, and actually girl and world I had added. So let's do, we'll save those for a minute. So let's do the final. So after red. Do that for me.
After red.
And kind of just connect it, completely link that. After red.
After red.
Good, so you're getting that R in there. So let's just do after.
After.
Okay, so what's happening is I'm hearing after, and you're kind of dropping that tongue, and I want it to get pulled up. After.
After.
Okay, so that's why I say after red. After red, you're getting that tongue pulled up for the R. So do that again. After red.
After red.
And then just do after. So after red, after.
After red, after.
Yeah, there you go. So you're pulling that R back better when you kind of compare it to that red, okay? So let's do pour red.
Pour red.
There, pour. So then just say pour.
Pour red, pour.
Yeah, so you're pulling that R better. How about her?
Her red hair.
Okay. Dinner.
Dinner.
Okay, a little bit more. Dinner red.
Dinner red dinner.
Okay, a little bit. You got to pull that R into that position. Dinner red dinner.
Dinner red dinner.
There you go. And then year.
Year red year.
Okay, so as you're practicing those those final words and those medial words, kind of pair it with red or great or a word that, one of these words that you know, and kind of practice and be conscious of where that R is going when you say red or great, so that you can get that same position for work and after. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you're getting it. It's just that medial and final is a little looser than I want it to be. But once you kind of pull it back, then it's sounding like what I want you to use. Okay? So it might take a little bit more practice saying it in words or in short phrases before you can go into like the paragraphs and get it. All right?
Yes.
Okay, how are you feeling with this?
Still not very clear, but I have a question.
Yeah.
How to separate red? So when you say that, could you separate that?
Okay, so how do you separate? So say that again. I want to get the microphone.
Separate the red. Make each sound separated.
Red. So R-E-D.
Yes.
So separating them, let me actually just write on this real quick. Are you guys seeing the workbook right now? So are you seeing my typing right here?
Yes. So could you say it separately?
Okay, so red, ed. Ed.
Ed.
And actually with the R, it's going to be r. When you have an initial R, it's kind of more of a r, as if you're saying r. Re. And then you're going to go right into the red. Ed or ra-ed.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when you kind of pull it together, it's red. So let me actually hear you do some of these sentences for me. Okay, do sentence number 1.
Will the car start this time?
Next one.
Noah went to war with the storm.
Okay, so yeah, just concentrate on pulling that back. Do number 3.
He works standard 9 to 5 schedule.
So instead of standard, we want to get standard. Standard.
Standard.
Yeah, okay, much better. Kind of pulling that tongue back. Standard.
Standard.
Okay, number 4.
Pour the juice into their cups.
Yes, okay. So just really concentrate on when I'm doing those R vowels, I've really got to pull that tongue back and engage the tongue, because if you relax the tongue, it's just going to sound like a vowel. But when you pull that tongue back, it's going to really get that strong R sound. All right?
Okay.
All right, good. Thank you, Shenton.
Thank you.
All right, good. Okay, Sunny wants to try. Hi, Sunny.
Hi, Annie.
All right, so you want to try some of these R vowels. I know you had emailed me. Do you want to go over your list, or you want to go over some of these?
Yes, I will try some of these first.
Okay, so actually, let me hear it in sentences. Do the first sentence for me.
Will the car start this time?
Okay, so now, so you're kind of pulling that tongue and you're really emphasizing it. Let me see if we can do it. Will the car start this time?
Will the car start this time?
Yep, okay, you're getting that. Number 2.
The north went to war with the south.
Good, next one.
He works a standard 9 to 5 schedule.
Okay, I like where you're getting your tongue, so that's good. Do the next one.
Pour the juice into their cups.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think you're getting it. Let me go over to the, let's do this real quick. Say some of these words.
Our,
Mm-hmm.
however, where, train,
Mm-hmm.
winter, supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
worker,
Good.
library,
Mm-hmm.
road,
Oh, do that one again. Road.
road,
So I'm hearing a little bit more of the lips. I'm doing woad, and I want to get more tongue. Road.
road,
Okay, next one. Ride.
ride,
Next one.
road,
Okay, engage the R.
road.
Okay, so you have to make sure when you're doing it, I want you to practice in front of the mirror and make sure that you're not really tightening up your lips, but you're just, your lips are really relaxed. And it's more your tongue that's engaging. Road, ride, row.
Whoa, whoa. I hear that saying the same thing like whoa, ROAD.
Oh, okay. So road,
Whoa,
row, and road. What I'm hearing is whoa, whoa. Okay. So you want to make sure that that R is engaged enough that it doesn't sound like whoa, whoa, right? Row,
whoa.
row. Okay, let me see here the other ones.
Answer,
Mm-hmm.
gray.
Okay, do this for me. Answer road.
Answer, what do you say? Answer whoa,
Answer road.
answer woes.
Okay, so that's better. So what I want you to do, you're doing a really good job with those ending. All of the R sounds I think are sounding really good. I think it's the initial R that needs a little bit more practice. So take initial R words like road, ride, row, and combine it with an ending R. So answer road, answer ride, answer row. Okay, and try and get that R, initial R, to be as good as your final R.
Okay.
All right, good, Sunny, thanks. Okay, Abnazar, are you here? Are you back? I can kind of see your.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yep, I'm here.
Good. Where did we leave off with you?
The paragraph standard evaluation.
Okay,
Standard.
Good. So
Yes.
here's what I want you to try. Sometimes when we're too focused on something, it's hard to get get it to be exactly what we need it. So just kind of go through. You want to pull that tongue back, but you don't overemphasize it. Just, I hope the car will start. Hope the car will start.
I hope the car will start.
See, I love that.
Indeed.
I think it sounds really good. Okay. So keep going with that.
Okay.
And I'll stop you if I'm hearing it either hearing it too strong, but just kind of make it flow as much as you can.
Okay. I hope the car will start in this cold weather. I've been tardy 4 times now in 2 weeks. I really have to be at work on time, especially today. My boss is starting standard evaluations of all employees. I'm nervous that my boss will think I'm a bad worker. And in home, the arrow is yeah. Or thank you.
Sorry.
I'm a bad worker.
And fire.
And fire me.
Yeah, there you go.
This Thursday, my neighbor Mark will look at the car. I hope he can repair it so I don't have to keep being early to work.
Okay, so here's what my kind of takeaway from it. It's nice and clear. I can, I feel like it's not, you're not confusing. It's not like it sounds like a W or it sounds like any other sound. It sounds like an R. And the more that you just kind of get comfortable with that, you do want to make sure it gets pulled back. But what you were just doing right there, very easy to understand, very clear. And I think it flowed really well. Okay. So I think those R vowels are sounding really good. The other R's, the R initial R, medial R, or R blends, I think sound excellent. Okay. So if you're gonna think of anything, it's that AR. Just kind of make sure that, and really, it was only when you say this word alone that it was kind of getting bunched up. But once you put it in sentences and things, it was smoothing out a lot. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to go into some of the other questions that we have. Rania, let me find you. I'm going to unmute you.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, I'm going to pull up just the blank worksheet we have here so I can write on it. Okay, so you were actually asking about the word question. Is that?
Yeah.
The S sound in question?
Question, yeah.
Okay, so it's
correct.
Yeah, so say it again.
Question?
Yeah, so here's kind of what ends up happening. Question. There's kind of this SH-J. And when I say J in root and phonetics, I'm kind of using that. Question. Yeah, there you go.
It's little S sound?
So it's actually that S is more of an SH sound. Question. I have a question.
Question.
Yeah, so say it again. I have a question.
Question. Question.
There you go, that is. So say it 5 times.
Okay. Question.
There you go. So on that last one, you were able to kind of connect it because you were saying question, and we want to make sure it's nice and linked. So question. Perfect. Yep, you got it. And when I do that, whenever there's a word that you're kind of practicing, say it 10 times because it just trains your mouth. It's just your mouth has to learn that movement. And once you do it and you practice it many times, then your mouth is like, oh, okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Good. Was there another? Oh, there were a few other words. So the words daughter, garage, and advantage. Good questions. So I'm thinking that J sound is sometimes tricky for you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So say these words for me.
Daughter.
Good. So it's daughter. So it's a pretty, based on the spelling, it looks confusing, but daughter.
Daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Okay.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. And then the next one.
Garage.
Mm-hmm. Garage. And it kind of has that j sound at the end. Garage. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do the next one for me.
I heard you said advantage.
Yeah. So this is one of those.
I used to say advantage.
Okay, either way is fine. So this is one of those things, kind of like international, where the T disappears. So international, internet, sometimes that T disappears. Advantage sometimes is that same idea as has that N and then the T. So, but advantage, where that T is emphasized, absolutely appropriate too. And I'd actually encourage you to put the T in because it sounds better. It's more, it's sharper than the way I say it. Advantage. Yeah, so I like advantage better. All right, very good. Thank you.
I have one more question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Present tense, like suggested, suggestus. I feel it's hard for me to say S. It's not ed, it's S. Present tense.
Okay, suggest or suggest or suggested. The first
With S. STS.
ST suggests. Okay, so yeah, that STS is going to be tricky because that's just, you know, anytime there's 3 consonants in a row, that it's going to be tricky. So suggest. Okay, so let's try that. Suggests. And that STS, what happens is you go, and you basically just stop the S. So you don't necessarily do a T sound, but you just stop the S and then you start the S again.
Suggestus.
Okay, so here, do just the STS. We're just going to concentrate on the STS. And all of you, this is a very common problem. So I want you to all kind of practice this. So what's going to happen is you're going to do the S where you have the flow, and then you're going to push your tongue forward so it cuts off the air. So when you do suggest, that's how it's going to be pronounced. So you do the S where you have that flow, and then you stop the airflow with your tongue, and then you release it again for the S again.
Okay.
Okay, so try the go ahead.
Suggests.
Suggests. So it's almost like that T is not really existing, but you just kind of stop. You stop the airflow and then you start it again. Suggests. Yeah, and I would say just like that.
Okay.
Because the simpler it is, because when you do it fast, it just sounds pretty simple. But once you kind of try and separate all those sounds, then it gets a little complicated. So suggests. Yeah, so let's put in a sentence. He suggests we meet there.
He suggests we meet there.
Yes, exactly. So do it again and kind of connect it to the next word. He suggests we meet there.
He suggests we meet there.
Yes, that's it. All right, good. Any others?
No, thank you.
Okay, good job, Rania. Good questions. Okay, so let me go through. Let me just look through real quick from the top. Thank you for all of the congratulations on the baby to come. All right, let's see. Okay, Michael, let's go into some of your questions here. I think I saw a couple of them. So starting with the first ones. Michael, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, excellent. Welcome
Yes,
to the
I am.
webinar.
Yes, I'm a French speaker, though.
Oh, wonderful. I've worked with many French speakers. It's been a fun one. What week of the program are you in?
I'm just starting now.
You're just starting now? Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
we're just starting. It's the first time now.
Okay, good. Good. It's always with my French speakers, we always spend a lot of time on the rhythm because the rhythm of French and the rhythm of English is very different. So that's the area to concentrate. Okay, so certainly there are two, it's kind of like that advantage and advantage. There are two different ways that I hear this, you know, that really can be considered correct. Okay, certainly is one way. certainly, certainly, where the T kind of gets swallowed up. Certainly is another one. I'd actually recommend the first one, kind of like advantage. Certainly with the T in there sounds a little bit sharper.
Okay.
Okay, so try that for me.
So certainly, I will say certainly. Certainly.
Yeah, so either way, I think you're saying it very clearly. So I certainly, let's see, I certainly like this word. Okay, say that for me.
I certainly like this word.
Yep, exactly. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes I have a strong voice, very profound voice. Is that reason that I have sometimes some difficulty to say the good word or the good pronunciation?
Okay, so are you talking about kind of the depth of your voice, kind of having that deeper voice?
Exactly.
Okay, so I can kind of see how that can cause a little bit of misunderstanding, because when your vocal kind of your prosody is what they call it. Your vocal prosody is kind of in that deeper chest voice, and kind of hangs out there, then it can be difficult. So what you want to do is kind of play with, especially when you're working on rhythm, play with kind of the rising and falling of your voice and that tone, and kind of bringing it from, because if we all talk down here and it's just all kind of in a bass sound, that's going to be a little bit harder than when you go kind of say, I certainly like this word, and you kind of come up on those kind of content words, and you'll learn more about that when we talk about sentence stress. That you'll kind of rise a little bit on the word, the stressed syllable and the stressed word in a sentence.
So thanks a lot.
All right, you're welcome. All right, excellent. Okay, let me kind of go through here. Are there any more questions? Okay, Abnazar, let me unmute you again. You had a couple more words here for us.
Yeah, I'm not sure the spelling though.
Oh, okay. No, I understand that.
If I misspell or not. Yeah.
Yeah, these are intermittent. That's a good question. I don't think I even know. Intermittent. If anybody knows, if that's incorrect, and anybody, oh, hey, look, my computer's going to tell me. Intermittent. I know what you're kind of going for, but and maintenance. Here, that might not be exactly how it's supposed to be spelled, but there we go. Hey, you were right. Okay, so you were right. Intermittent and maintenance. Let's talk about those. So say those for me.
Intermittent and maintenance or maintenance. Do I have to make the D like maintenance?
Okay, so this is another one, maintenance. You'll hear some people say maintenance, but I want you to say maintenance and get that T in there. Maintenance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maintenance.
Yes. See, that sounds really, really clear. You will hear some native speakers say maintenance, and it just is not as clear. Maintenance. Yeah, maintenance.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are picking out all of these words that have kind of that T that gets swallowed up sometimes. So maintenance, advantage, certainly, maintenance, certainly, advantage. I think that a lot of native speakers are going to get kind of relaxed about those. And if that's more natural for you to say it without the T, go for it. But if you're ever kind of coming across it that they're not quite sure what the word is or getting confused, the remedy to that is just to put that T in there because that will clear it up right away. All right. And if you're trying to think, okay, well, what should I practice? Practice it with the T. because I'm all about making sure we're clear, we're easy to understand. You know, you want to sound natural and everything, but I always err on the side of what's going to be clear, what's going to sound sharp, and what is going to make sure that everybody is going to understand clearly. Okay. All right. Any others, Abnazar?
That's so far so good for now. I'll let you know next time.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you came and had some good questions for us. All right.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. All right, so we're coming down to the end of the hour, but we're going to end with Ranya's last question. Library. I'm going to have you actually say it for me. Ranya, you there?
Yes.
Okay, so Rania, you're asking about is the first R silent? And the answer is no. So we're going to say both of them. Lie, and actually my L and my I look the same in this. Library. Library. I guess we could do Library.
Library.
Good. So we want to we want to get both R's in there. Library. Yep, you got it. All right, good. Thank you, Rania. Okay, we're going to jump back over just to my PowerPoint real quick to wrap it up. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you for the questions. It always makes it interesting to kind of see what you're asking about, what you're having problems with. It really does help me because then I can make sure, oh, okay, there's kind of a gap in your understanding of this concept, or how to say this sound, or the voice versus voiceless TH sounds. And so that I can create other videos and supplemental materials to help you in that area. So your questions are not only help you, but they help future students as well, so that we can improve the program. So thank you for that. If you have any other questions in between now and the next webinar, go ahead and email me. We also have the comment section on each of the lessons that you can ask questions. There's a lot of questions already asked on those comments, so you can kind of scan through those and see if it helps you in any way. But we're here to help. So even, I know a lot of our Plus package members are here just to kind of get that additional help and training. But just like we were kind of saying at the beginning, kind of evaluate what really are your goals and what matters most to you, so that you can make time for those things. Make sure you're prioritizing with your time what's going to help you reach your end goals. And I'm guessing, since you're in this program and everything, that what matters to you right now is improving your spoken English, getting your English pronunciation fluency nice and clear so that you can feel confident in any time you're speaking, and that you can use that to accomplish whatever goal that you're looking for, whether it be better job or promotion or making more friends or having more positive interactions in English. So that's what we're here to help you do. And so we'll be here again in a couple of weeks. Go to the profile page and register for our next webinar, and I'll see you again then. Thanks, guys.